A new era is beginning in downtown Syracuse as the Tech Garden has now become the Inspyre Innovation Hub. A ribbon cutting on the brand new home happening earlier today for startups in Syracuse. Joining us is Center State CEO, Acting President and CEO, Ben Sile. Ben, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Jeff. Nice to see you.
I know this has been a long process to get to this point, but how does it feel to have this magnificent facility open for business?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weight lifted off our shoulders. You know, we've been doing this project since pre-pandemic, if you can believe it. We conceptualized this almost 5 years ago and did a whole bunch of fundraising, and then the pandemic hit, and we had to do a whole bunch of additional fundraising, but ultimately started construction about 2 years ago, and this just today we did a ribbon cutting for the new 90,000 square foot facility, which is now called the Inspyre Innovation Hub, which we're super excited about.
Yeah, what does that hub offer now? Besides obviously much bigger space, it's way bigger than the old Tech Garden, but what does it offer beyond that the Tech Garden just couldn't do anymore?
Sure. Fun fact on the facility: it is the biggest startup incubator in New York State, if you can believe it. It's also one of the oldest. It's been around for over 15 years, which is great. And we actually did some math recently and understood that it's one of the biggest startup accelerators in the country. So we think we're one of the top 5 in terms of size. But size is not important, in our opinion, as just other parts of how we do the mission of the facility. And really what we're able to do with this expanded space is get more people in, which is really important, because if you think about the value of a facility like this, it's about colliding people and companies together just as they meet at the quote-unquote water cooler. So we'll have more activity and more people in space, which is really important for a facility like this. We'll have more events. We have more event space. We now have co-working space, which you never really had before. So we'll have tenants. You know, we'll have startup companies that move into the space and spend time with us, and we hope to grow and expand and ultimately graduate out. But we'll also have co-working companies, which may be solopreneurs or people just coming up with an idea that want to be closer to other entrepreneurs so they can feed off of their good ideas and bounce ideas off of other people. We'll also have a makerspace. The first time we have a dedicated makerspace in the facility, so you can actually go and prototype and create something in this physical environment that we've never had before.
Yeah, I was going to ask you I figured from the sounds of it what a makerspace was, but you just kind of explained it there. Why does all that matter, and how effective do you think that will be in attracting these startups or just entrepreneurs to the hub and to Syracuse more specifically?
You know, we've been really good in the past about attracting new companies into the area from outside the area in the startup space. So we've talked about this with you many times. We run the Genius New York program. It's the world's largest accelerator for unmanned aerial systems and robotics. And on an annual basis, we're bringing 5 new companies into the region from outside the region, sometimes internationally, to the space, to the Inspyre Innovation Hub now. And it gives us the ability not just to show our community and try to keep these companies here located and growing in our community, but it also helps us understand what it takes to land international businesses and other national businesses in our community. And one thing we heard resoundingly for these companies is that they want to stay. And one of the problems we originally had with the Tech Garden facility is that we were running out of space. We had all these companies moving here for Genius New York. We had other companies that wanted to relocate here because they heard about the programs and the investments and the other assets we had here, and we just didn't have space for them. So that was the original reason we decided to create the Inspyre Innovation Hub and put 2 floors of that first floor. It's because we just needed more locations for these folks to stay, to land, and eventually hopefully grow out of the facility into other parts of our community.
Right. You want them to stay, you want people to be there, but not forever. It's at some point in time to move on. I'm curious too, maybe time for one last one, how Inspyre will fit into the existing innovation landscape that we have developed here in this area, because it's not just a patchwork of things all spread around. It's really, you know, woven together. So how does this now fit into that for the central New York area?
That's a really important question, and I think this is how we think about a lot of things in our community right now as we prepare for Micron. We really need to level up all of our civic ecosystems and our economic ecosystems to prepare for the growth that we're anticipating over the next couple of decades. And this is our attempt with the Inspyre Innovation Hub to do that in the small business space. So no longer will this facility just focus on tech startups. We intentionally changed the name away from tech startups or the Tech Garden. It will now focus on creating a physical home and a physical space and more programming for small businesses focused on any industry. You could have a small restaurant startup that wants to get services here. You could still have tech companies get services here. But what we're trying to do is create this unified place where everybody can stop in, get access to our partners, get access to the programs we run at Center State, get access to financial assistance, and do it all in one space, because we know when we are a successful economy, we're starting more companies. Some companies still fail, but we're starting more companies in our community than are failing, and we're doing so at a higher clip than we've done in the past. And we see the Inspyre Innovation Hub as being the tip of the spear to help us do that.
Awesome, Ben. Thanks so much. Congratulations to all of you on the new hub. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.